Transforming. What's time has come. We exert so much in our attempt to direct reality, achieve goals, and channel energy. It all stems from the thought that I must control events, that I must lead processes, and that I may not stop until the goal has been achieved. Friction, heavy costs, and disagreement are the result of every attempt to control or force reality according to our wants and needs. Density, force, and control are the name of the game. The more that a person wakes up, the more aware he becomes of his true nature, that he is a beautiful life energy beyond that which can be described in words, that he has more power than he could ever imagine. He experiences life more fully. He is present and he loves freely. He is not busy arguing with the world. He no longer believes that he is his needs or his fears. He meets people and life circumstances with a gentleness combined with precision, with a simplicity interwoven with deep inner knowing. A person who is awake knows that he cannot be restricted or constricted. He knows that the love that is he does not start or stop as a condition to anything. He knows that external circumstances that might take or limit cannot do so when they come into contact with his true nature, with what he is really, or in the way he lives accordingly. A person who is awake to his true nature is not driven by fear or promises. He is not influenced by any temptations, because he knows that his happiness and strength do not come from the extent to which he controls reality and gets from it what he wants. So what does drive an awakened person? Sparsity, gentleness, and a high presence are what allow this person to tune into what's time has come. In every given moment, a person is a combination of the thoughts that he has learned to confuse with reality and the ancient wisdom that can be found within him. From here, he can tune into the spirit, to what exists but cannot be perceived, to what has no form, but whose influence is seen in everything. What he hears will be the fruit of his honest yearning for truth, and the extent to which his thoughts tell him otherwise, and relay a misleading story about how he is a vulnerable or lacking being, a story about coping. The more a person is reminded of his true nature, he is able to retire his garments of war and struggle and contemplate the manner in which he brings them into his life. There is then a simpler and more complete encounter with the spirit, not because it comes partially or only in specific circumstances, but rather because we are able to notice it, be aware of it, and witness its arrival. Thus, in every moment, a person sees that which his nature and deceptive outer layer of thoughts allow him to see. From here, according to his will, he can tune in to what is being asked. The silence and the desire coming from the source will show the answer. This knowing sways in two motions. It signals what's time has finished, what's completed its role and no longer belongs in my world, and at the same time raises up and reveals what's time has come. What's time has come is fully interwoven with that which is around it, people, nature, and human conditions. When we do not object or insist, argue or withdraw, what's time has come will simply show itself and move everything back into place. How do we live what's time has come? I tune in through the people I meet. I don't come with any preconceived notion. Rather, I know that things will reveal themselves throughout our encounter. I make sure that my heart is not closed and that my mind is not categorizing according to my regular thinking, because I know that I cannot see the new if I once again arrive from the old place. I remember that I do not know why I do what I do. I don't really know. In the moment I might think that I do, that I can see a direction. In the moment, something is motivating me, but I don't know what I have come to learn, and I have never been there before. So I come slowly and patiently, and I learn in a non-expeditious manner. I relate to the results as something that is happening, something that is inviting me to see more, to understand outside the box, to walk paths, and operate in manners that are new and unexpected. But at the same time, I make sure not to turn the results into truth. They clarify and create motivation, but in one moment they are right, and in the next they are not. They are only a framework for relating. I will discover the most important part through motion, not through achieving results. So while working towards results and the practicalities of achieving them, I ask myself and those around me, what can we see beyond the results? What can we understand beyond that which we have understood until today? What will happen if we no longer play this game? If in this situation, we are left without coordinates, without maps or landmarks, without allowed and forbidden and need, and instead listen to our intuition, to the voice of the soul, of knowledge itself.